Hey guys, and welcome to another LightWork training video. In this one I'm just going to go through all the drawing functionality. So what the different things you can do in the drawing tab. So to do that you need to go in the job list, then we go into a job which I'll open up, and then I'll go into a space, and I've made a new one here, a blank one, so we have a bit of a blank canvas to work with. That's your north pointer. It has to be on every drawing. That's why it's here when you first open it up. Some of the buttons along the bottom here, you can turn to either take the grid off or leave it on if you think it's going to help you. I prefer to leave it on. Then you can zoom in and out using two fingers, or if you need to, there's a little minimize and maximize buttons over here on the side. This one just takes you back to the north or the center, puts the drawing in the center of the screen. Because we've only got the arrow so far, that's all it's zoomed in on. And the other one is the little dot there takes you back to the orange, the little bullseye. So that's sort of some of the functionality there. Now if we go into the actual drawing options, we've got the pointer, and that's for selecting things. You can also rotate. Here the T is for text, so maybe you might want to make a note. 3 outside lights with no AC. So you can put a note, rotate that around. If I didn't want it to be tilted on its side, then you can hit undo. So if you ever do something, there's an undo button, and there's also a redo button. So that can help you out. Then we've got the main one I use for rooms is obviously the square, or it can be a rectangle. You make it as large as you want, and there's a few options with how you draw the lines. So this is what's called a solid line. So if you click the line, you can actually see there's a few options. So you got solid wall. I might pick hidden wall, and that's just a dotted line. Or the other option is clear wall. So it sort of like just blocks out anything you've drawn already, like so. And you can do that for anything. So I could have also done that for the square. I can make that a hidden wall and draw in some dotted lines to outline something perhaps. You can also draw circles. There's arcs. So you can draw an arc. So I've got an arc down here. Move that off to the side. And you can decide how much of a circle you want it to be. And then also change the shape, size, rotation of it. Have fun with that one. You've got a freehand tool for that wall or that feature wall that just doesn't quite work out straight or whatever it might be. Maybe it's a wavy one, and there you go. Then we start getting into some more of the sort of distinctive features. So I might zoom in again here. This next one is a window. So if you want to put in a window, you can do that. Also we have doors, if this is the main entry to the shed or something. And the next thing is this, which is a measurement tool. It actually does length and width. So you can enter the length, width, or other. So I might say other, say 15 meters. Okay, and it puts the measurement there. It's actually compulsory on every floor plan, so if you try to submit a job without it or you forget to, then LightWork will remind you to go back and put the dimensions on. Also, the next button here is the sensors. So if I try and add one now, it's actually saying there's no control equipment. So what we first have to do is add a technology. So to do that, you hit the light and you can add a tech. And let's say they were all T8s with a magnetic ballast, typically 36 watts. And let's say it's NJ6C, we're going to do a full upgrade. And then let's say they were by the window, so you have daylight link control. Okay, so now I've got my light and I can add those along the side here near the window. And then if I go back and choose the control option and tap, I can say daylight link control and select that one, and then it just shows where the sensor is. So I'm saying the daylight link control is here. There we go. The next thing you can do is also show which lights are connected to that daylight link control. So what you do is you just highlight them using this option, this little button here, and you pick, which lights are attached to the daylight link control. So maybe it's not all of them, maybe it's just these 4, so you can show that there on your floor plan. We also have a lift, elevator, so you can show on the floor plan where the lifts are. It's just for orientation really. Also got a few different types of stairs. Could be rotated, made wider or shorter, whatever you want. Just delete that one. And then also you've got these stairs, but you got to think of this staircase as looking at a fire stair from side on, because the rest of this view is always bird's eye view, looking top down. But imagine you're looking side on for this stair, and you can just add more levels as you go. So let's say this might be ground. Okay, and then you can say level 1, level 2, and then you might have your lights just on the ceiling of each level, like that. So that would be like vertical stairs. Also you have, you can add air conditioning vents, so to show where the AC is. So maybe in this warehouse down here there was an AC vent in the corner or an AC in the corner. You can mark it on the map. Also there's a north button arrow. If you just click that, it will take you to it. You can say which direction's north. And then that's pretty much all of your drawing functionality. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I'll go into a little bit more detail on how to take pictures, how to add more technology, lux readings, and upload existing floor plans in another tutorial. Thanks for your time.